Bull or bear? I'm using the original coin I started the bull and bear thing with, and she comes up a bull. Good morning, folks. What's up? This is Brian Kuzmar with Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals in beautiful Lauderdale by the Sea. You've got the live LBTS camera up from the Earth Cam from the Windjammer Hotel. Nice little place just down the street from me, actually. And wow, 81 degrees, warm. We're into our summer months right now. If you don't live in South Florida, this is the next couple months are our hottest months. We'll be in the mid to high 80s and the 90s sometime as well. But if you want to get out there, you want to come to Florida and you want a nice quiet beach to yourself, these summer months are the best time to do it. And really, like us South Florida people, we get out there early in the morning before the 10 o'clock 90-degree weather comes up. Take a look at this young lady enjoying herself there. A couple divers coming up on the beach, and saw a few SUPers, man. But take a look at this. This is Broward County, man. This is right in the middle of it, and no tourist out. We used to get, and I digress a little bit here, but this has a lot to do with the economy and everything too. This time of year, typically in our summer months, would be the bargain months, all right? This is when we used to get a lot of European tourists that would come here, primarily Germans. We would get a lot, especially in our little town here in Lauderdale by the Sea. And the beaches would be much more crowded. This is prior to the critter in 2020, the 2020 critter that locked down the entire world. But it's not been the same. We haven't seen the European tourists. And like I said, look how quiet those beaches are. This is in the middle of Broward County. But, you know, it's great for anyone that wants to come take a little vacation to South Florida. The water is wonderful. It's warm. You can sit up to your neck out here. And again, look, you get it all to yourself. Unbelievable. Well, anyways, let's get into the quote of the day, which, wow, if you didn't watch it last night, I highly recommend that you go look for it today. They all knew and they all did this, folks. Boy, what a great short video that was. What does that have to do with the gold price, gold, silver, and platinum? Well, it has everything to, because we know that they all lie when it comes to the gold, silver, and platinum markets. They lie so much that I get sick of talking about it. That's why I haven't been doing videos 5 days a week, because how often can you talk about these liars? I guess you can do it every day, but man, I just get sick of talking about it. But, we're living in an age where, and I like this actually, we're living in the age of the internet, the interwebs, where you can find the truth if you go out there and look for it, as long as they don't stop it down. And man, thanks to people like Elon Musk, I know, love or hate the guy or whatever, one thing he has done is he's opened up the free speech platform called Twitter. And now we're starting to see a lot of things change because of this. I don't think people across the world realize how powerful this particular channel was. And by the way, if you are a subscriber to this particular social media forum, I definitely tell you, check out episode 3 last night. This man nailed it when it came down to so many different things, the lies that were told on a daily basis. And again, it's stuff that we see in the gold, silver, and platinum markets with these crooked markets and these big commercial banks that are constantly screwing with these markets. Folks, we don't run the world. We don't run our government. We really don't even run the markets. It is a small handful of people, just as this gentleman points out, that live outside and around the D.C. area. They're the ones that own those huge homes. Now, I'm not trying to start a class war here, but to some degree, crony capitalism, that's when government is in bed with, old crony capitalism meant you hired your relatives. The new crony capitalism is crony corporate capitalism, where these people are in bed with government. Those are the people that surround Washington, D.C. These are the people that this gentleman's talking about. These are the people that run the bureaucracies and staff the bureaucracies. But great, including the worthless CFTC that has done nothing. Well, maybe they have, maybe they haven't, we'll see, about crooked commercial banks screwing with the gold and silver and platinum markets. So yeah, this has a lot to do with this. I highly recommend you watch this right here. Meanwhile, you probably already have if you watch my videos. Let's look at prices here. Yesterday they got monkey hammered pretty damn good, but we know exactly what causes the monkey hammering. It's not capitulation, nor is it people, any large institutions selling a lot of gold or silver. No, no, no. It is simply paper derivative, paper trading amongst big collusive commercial banks that are, anyways. You see what I'm saying? You get tired. You guys could repeat that for me. I said it so many times. So, but meanwhile, bargain basement prices for all these metals: platinum, silver, and gold. Bargain basement when it comes to their spot prices. I'm going to get into shortly here. Get into the premiums on the different products, what you should pay and you shouldn't pay. You know, my good deal, bad deal thing. If you follow through with me, that's a couple. By the way, I don't know if you ever noticed, but I pretty much follow this script right here. If you get tired of looking at me talking about one particular thing right here, you can probably move till you see this. Fast forward and get to the next page. But spot prices, silver's holding its own at $24 right now. Gold is seeing the big commercial shorts piling in the way silver did for a long time. Now, I don't understand why people would, any commercial, again, I believe it's collusive short-term trading where they're taking advantage of markets and peoples and that kind of thing. But gold has actually got more, the big shorts in there really doing their damage more than silver right now. Ted Butler has pointed out that there's been an exodus of the commercial bank positions, again, short positions that have been hammering silver for quite some time. And I think we're seeing that right now with silver hanging on to this $24 level. We've seen it pop down to the lower 24s. But so far, so good. But remember, folks, don't ever underestimate what these crooks in the Crimex Comex markets will do and what the useless government agencies like the CFTC will allow them to do. And that who's getting rich off that? Well, a bunch of commercial bankers that probably live outside D.C. or in Chicago somewhere near the CME. Well, anyways, not going to go there again. But if you're going to have a market rigged, and especially a market with with a commodity like gold, silver, and platinum that's been around for thousands of years, gold and silver, been around for thousands of years as a real hard commodity and real money. If they're going to monkey hammer and manipulate any price down, manipulate a market anyway, like I've said in the past, I'd rather be buying this stuff on the cheap than paying too much for it. And that's what, They've made their money, again, J.P. Morgan and all these crooks, these crooked commercials and these crooked banks, they've made their money by robbing these markets, but to the downside, and that has provided us an opportunity to buy these metals at really historically super cheap prices, given the environment that we're in. These prices should be double this, man. Gold should be double this price. Silver should be way more than double that. Platinum should be double this price or more. And it's not, and again, entirely caused by paper derivative markets and collusive behavior. Like I said, though, it gives us an opportunity to buy this stuff really cheap. What's going on out there in the world of news? Other than last night, Mr. TC making the news on Twitter, this right here, wow, what a groundbreaking news. I mean, not for some of us, all right, but for the mainstream to see this right here, and with the amount of views that he's going to get, I think we're going to start seeing the tide change substantially with a lot of people out there that respect him and followed him on Fox, which I never did. But man, I like what he's saying now. PPI plunges more than expected. What's this got to do with the price of gold, silver, and platinum? Probably nothing at all, because those markets are so crooked and rigged by the big commercials. They have, not organic or anything like that. But to some degree, shortages. Silver shortages will create an organic situation of having no silver, and when that happens, but the PPI plunges, and that basically is the wholesale. Here, I'll show you the wholesale prices. Here, I like Investopedia, by the way. If there's words you don't understand or you want to define for people, here you go. The PPI index measures the change in prices paid to U.S. producers of goods and services, and it's a measure of wholesale inflation, while the CPI is a measure of prices paid by consumers. So when you start to see the PPI fall, that means that producers and manufacturers and services are I guess, they're not selling as much. They're not taking as much in, okay? And let's see if it describes it more. Anyway, you can read more about that. And the PPI is down, which people are assuming if that's down, maybe the Fed's paying attention to that, which means that they're going to not raise rates coming up, their next bullshit meetings. They won't raise rates, and or they might even lower rates if, I don't think they're going to lower rates. until after the elections. But what does that have to do with the price of gold, silver, and platinum? Nothing really, but people that think it does will use that as an excuse why gold, silver, and platinum goes up and down. Well, let's just say gold and silver goes up and down. I'm starting to understand that platinum is just you thought the silver market was crooked. I think the platinum market is just purely run by a bunch of thieves, if you ask me. But again, it is an industrial metal. Maybe the industrial uses of platinum are just flat. Nobody wants it, but I find that hard to believe with the technology out there that uses platinum and palladium. Let's get into, let me know what you think in the comment section, by the way. Not too much in the news out there. U.S. consumers are facing a crushing debt servicing problems. Interest rates are super high. Consumers are still borrowing, which I think the Fed doesn't want to see, but you know, possibly what it is that consumers are just going to borrow to the limit and then file Chapter 11. We've seen that happen before. I mean, I think things are coming to a head here pretty soon, folks. I'm surprised there's actually not a peaceful revolution going on, because most people on the right are fairly peaceful. They're not going to burn down D.C. like the Marxists do. But anyways, I digress. Let's move into good deal, bad deal. Here, let me move along here. Good deal, bad deal. Oh, I thought this was interesting, by the way. It's on gata.org. You can find it yourself. By the way, you should have this on your bookmark bar, because there's a lot of good stuff out here. They talk about how the gold markets are manipulated, besides the commercial banks. Good article, North Carolina House Republicans want savings held as gold bullion. I found that interesting. And there's a couple of states out there, I think Utah and Texas has a depository as well, that are putting some money in gold, silver, or gold, I should say. If you know more about that, again, put it in the comment section. I'll read it, and I'll read whatever links you put out there. Another decrease in SLV short position. This is something Ted Butler should be talking about fairly soon if there is a big decrease in their short position. And Ted talks that short position wasn't someone betting on the price of silver going down, but that short position really was an illegal position held to hide the fact that they didn't have enough silver to put into SLV. I know that sounds a little convoluted and strange, but that SLV short position wasn't people betting on the price of silver going down. It was people not having enough silver to put into BlackRock's SLV. And there's some really interesting stuff that Ted Butler talks about that. You can find it at Butler Research, and some free articles out there as well if you just type that in. All right, good deal, bad deal. Let's talk about what the good deals are right now. Good deals when it comes to gold, and I'll get to silver in a moment, is still gold bars. You can't beat gold bars. What should you be paying for gold bars? Or what should you not be paying more than for gold bars? I'd say, give me 1 second here, 50, 60, 70, 78. I'd say don't be paying more than 85 or 90 bucks an ounce, or I say 90 bucks. No more than 90 bucks an ounce for gold bars and cards. Stick with the Valcombi products, Perth Mint. There's a lot of good products out there. Just stick with buying from a good dealer that knows what he's doing. Okay, and what are the worst deals out there? Well, I'm going to say the worst deals out there in gold. Gold Eagles are not really stupidly priced anymore. Let's see, what are Gold Eagles? It's going to be about 130 bucks over. Given where the price of gold is right now, that's not an abnormal, stupid premium. At some point we were seeing Gold Eagles, $175, $200, $225, even at lower gold prices, okay? But I don't think, Gold Eagles, as far as all the sovereign products, are going to be the pricier of them all, but I'm not going to call it a ridiculous, stupid deal. I don't think you should be paying more than $135 or so, $140, for Gold Eagles over the spot price. So, try to buy those for $140 or less if you can from your local dealers. And of course, we sell them here, and we offer, we'll beat APMEX, JM, and SD Bullion on their prices, and the local dealers. But if you can't deal with it here at Commercial Rare Coins locally in South Florida, and you don't have a good local dealer, you may have to look online. Stay away from fractionals. Fractionals are still pretty expensive, especially the tenths. I was going to say, if you're going to buy fractionals, the half ounces are probably the most reasonable. And again, try not to pay more than 12% over spot for those. That's a simple flat number you can do some calculations on. Gold maple leafs, probably next to Krugerrands. Let's see, maples. Krugerrands are the best deal. Again, probably Spot Plus. Don't pay more than Spot Plus 95 bucks. You know, again, if you got a local deal or any Spot Plus 100, you know, buy him a beer with the extra $5 and support your local guy. Gold maple leaves are at Spot Plus. Gosh darn, what are we looking at now? Spot Plus almost 110. So don't pay more than 110 over for gold maples. Right now, I think KRs are a much better deal. Some of the other products out there are Philharmonics. They're going to be around 100 bucks over. I wouldn't pay more than that. Gold Kangaroos probably in that 95 bucks over spot range. And as far as fractionals go, I'd avoid 1/10, quarters, and halves on most products. What can you buy for a really good deal? Well, you can buy U.S. gold. Here, let me show you what they look like. $5 gold commems. They come in 10s too. And let's see. Where are we? I'm going to just do an image search right there. And this is what I'm talking about. The stuff made from 1986 and up. There's an 87 Constitution. Somewhere here is an 86 Statue of Liberty, which is very common. But a lot of these coins that you can buy for, again, no more than melt plus 5%. These are U.S. constitutional products, okay, made by the U.S. Mint, a real denomination, just like a 1/10 gold eagle says $5 on it. These say $5 on it as well. Again, it is constitutional money, so to speak. And it's made out of gold, and it's made by the U.S. Mint, and they got lower mintages, and you can buy them for Spot Plus 5% or less. Don't pay more than 5% over on these, folks. And they have a lot of cool designs. Nothing wrong with buying these. I'd say the next best deal is probably 20 francs and roosters and those kind of things, and and gold sovereigns. Sovereigns are probably going to run you, I don't know, 48 bucks. Don't pay more than Spot, melt plus 48 bucks. Melt plus 48, not Spot plus 48. Well, I don't want to confuse you with that stuff. If you get confused, give me a call at Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals, and we'll help you out. What's the best deal out there in silver? It is still going to be 100-ounce silver bars. And here, we'll type in. And there you go. There's all your different types of, why is gold still up there? 100-ounce silver bars. There's your different types there. And Spot Plus, don't be paying more than Spot Plus $3. At the most, Spot Plus $3 on 100-ounce bars. And of course, in larger quantities, you can buy them for less. That's with us too. In larger quantities, we do sell for less. 1-ounce silver bars, you shouldn't be paying more than Spot Plus $3.50. 10-ouncers are hard to get right now. I'm not quite sure what you should be paying for 10-ounce bars. I would just avoid them unless you can get them for Spot $3.50 or less. Kilo bars out there are still a great deal. If you don't want to buy 100-ounce bars, you can get them for Spot Plus $3 or less as well. I wouldn't be paying more than that. The thing to stay absolutely here's the worst deal, absolute worst deal in silver, and I know some of you guys that follow me, and some of you guys are fans of these things, but man, they're just a terrible deal. Silver Eagles, stay the hell away from them. The premiums are just absolutely insane. Here, I'm even looking at what they're asking for them is insane. They're asking, what, 40? Let's just take a look here. Let's just take a look and see what they're getting online for these things. And I can sell them way cheaper than that. Well, here you go. There's the different levels. 1 ounce, that's a round. That's not a silver eagle. Folks, they're getting like $40 plus. I'm not looking at SD. SD still probably $40 on silver eagles. That's a ridiculous premium. You'll never get that back. Silver eagles are absolutely horrendous deal right now. Love the product, love the coin, but at these numbers, it's horrendous. You stay away from it. And a couple of you guys out there do buy these, and you really like them a lot. And I'm not trying to diss you. I'm not trying to give you a hard time, but it's just not a reasonable deal in any way, shape, or form, no matter how much you like them, okay? You're never going to get that premium back. So stay away from silver eagles. For you guys that own them, a couple things you could do. You could trade them, take advantage of that big premium, and buy more silver with it, which I think is a far better deal, because when silver starts to take off and we get into epic proportions with silver, guess what? When people are selling, not buying, when you start getting a large amount of selling people, when we get near that top, and we will hit a top, okay? Your silver eagle is going to be worth about the same as a 100-ounce bar. Premium gone, 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 gone. Don't buy them, folks. Trust me on this. 90% is the same way. What we call constitutional silver. No good reason to own this at these prices, folks. It's just too expensive. U.S. coin, and this is what I'm talking about. I don't know what they're getting online, but I can tell you it's not a good deal. Silver dollars especially, don't buy silver dollars. But I'm talking about quarters, dimes, and halves. Silver dollars are even worse. Don't buy silver dollars as a silver investment. Buy them because you think they're cool, and actually I wouldn't buy any of them right now at these levels. They're just kind of crazy unless they are rare or better dates. Again, rare and better date stuff is a whole different. That's numismatics. But if you're buying U.S. silver dollars or you're buying dimes, quarters, and halves, constitutional silver as an investment in silver or as a hedge in silver, you're paying way too much right now, unless you're ripping them or getting some great, phenomenal deal from Uncle Jake or something. And they're probably not real. All right, I didn't say that. So absolutely stay away from that kind of stuff, folks. All right, well, I think that is going to get the end of best deal, worst deal, and let's get into my last video, which was Monday, I believe, which is Gold is Freedom. I want to answer some of the questions and comments that some of you folks have here. And go down to the bottom there. Don't get caught up in spot prices and premiums. Trusted silver 1980s. You are a Silver Eagle fan, and I really feel bad telling people not to buy Silver Eagles. But man, I'd love to just sit down and tell you and explain to you, I don't think it's a good idea buying them at these levels, Trusted Silver 87, unless you can get them for spot plus, maybe $5 or $6 over. At the price they're getting for them, 15 or, the wholesale level, the wholesale buy price is probably up in that $11, $12 range, all right? And they're asking, what, 20 over or something? It's just crazy, man. I don't think it's a great deal. Gold Maple 5290. I read your comments earlier. Gold is freedom and it's bondage. Why is it bondage? I'm not going to respond, Gold Maple 5290. And I can understand your disappointment, but all the folks here that kind of answered you were spot on. Michael Matthews, Smiling Mike. I think their responses to you were absolutely correct. Michael Matthews says it's a long game, not a short game. Looking at charts, I've seen 20 years can be considered short-term with gold. Well, yeah, it can be, but remember, these markets are artificial. And if you're going to buy any market that's artificial, you might as well buy one that's artificially cheap. Gold is a preservation of wealth, sir, and again, I agree with the people that commented there. And why is your name Gold Maple if you hate gold? That's kind of strange, but I understand your frustrations, but you are 100% wrong about this, sir. And again, sometimes frustrations will create us. Sometimes when you're frustrated and you think about something, you don't always make the right assessments, and your assessments on gold are completely off on that. But I do appreciate you watching, and I think that you're going to come around to see much higher gold prices, and I hope you still own some. Have a great day. Appreciate you commenting. Some comedians in the chat, yes, woohoo, gold is freedom. That's pretty funny. And criminals moving in and out of government or pay their officials crazy. They're going to be out of whack. Talk fast. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do talk fast sometimes, and I hope I speak the facts. At least I think I do. Macro Crypto says I'm planning to swing by tomorrow. Oh, hey man, thanks for coming by, dude. It was nice to meet you. I love gold because I'm Italian. Platinum will get its day soon enough. Hydrogen is catching up. Yeah, that's an interesting comment that you made, because I think electric vehicles are going to go to the wayside. They're costly, they're expensive. It's not the most efficient way of running a vehicle. They create more pollution from what we're finding out. So I think hydrogen is the future. I really do. It's available, it's free, we just have to create it. And it's efficient. And zero emissions. How much better the water? It puts water out the tailpipe. I bought gold today. Good, man. Good for you, Clayton. Jeff Keller, what's the best buy? Rare coins, gold or silver, two different animals there. Rare coins and numismatics. And if you are a collector and you take the time to learn numismatics and you take the time to talk to people that know what they're doing, it can be an extremely fun hobby that you can make some money on. But remember, think of it as a hobby. Think of it as primarily that. Don't go into rare coins with an investment in mind. I mean, it can and it does, and it probably is to some degree. But go into it with fun. Go into it with collecting, because all the guys I've seen make money in rare coins were collectors. They weren't investors. Investors lose their ass in rare coins. Collectors make money for the most part. Not all of them, but most of them do. Gold equals freedom. You're right there, bud. Linda Compton, always nice to see your comments, and I love the fish pictures, even though I did the beach picture today, which is the fish ones were not so great. Do more I'm starting to a little bit, Paul, do some more commentary. And yeah, my name is Commercial Rare Coins. I know a lot about rare coins. I am really good at it, you know, but I don't talk about it much. That's kind of funny. 5 footer at, actually, I think I'm better than almost any of the YouTube talking heads out there when it comes to rare coins, but I'm patting my own back there. Oh man, that's a hell of a, that'd be a hell of a tarpon at 5 foot, and a big catch, 12, 13. You're lucky he didn't run you around the rocks or something like that. 4 hours to reel. Wow. Not in the collectibles, numismatics. I'm stacking for my 60. That's really smart. I wouldn't buy numismatics or collectibles for the kids either. You know, again, only people should be buying numismatics or collectibles are collectors. Investors usually lose their ass on that stuff. Good deal for 2,500. I'm not quite sure what the gold weight is on that. I think it's over an ounce for sure. Thanks for your comment. Appreciate that. Look forward to your shows. What informed guess for the silver price by the end of the year? Oh man, I think we're going to be higher than. Again, just a guess. You can't underestimate, overestimate these crooks in the comics markets. But I think, I mean, we're getting to that end period. Ted Butler does as well, and he's way smarter than I am. You know, based upon the fact that the commercials are at the least short position they've been in 40 years, okay? But we'll see how that lasts. But they are heavily short in gold now. Go figure, they jumped from one to the other. It's always good to see you guys pop up as well. Great coin hunts are the W mint marks drying up. You know, I didn't really follow that, Michael Matthew, but I do know that they were selling for BUs for like $10 or something like that. It was kind of a pretty cool thing. And coin collecting is really hot right now. We're seeing more and more young people come in. It just amazes me, especially with all those other hobbies that have come and gone over the years, baseball cards and stamps and all that other stuff, you know, even the art market and the antique market. The rare coin market is still strong, still here. There's something about coins, I guess. Hey, I'd like to thank everybody for watching. Please hit that thumbs up button, hit that like and subscribe button as well. And if you hit the little bell that's somewhere around here, it'll let you know when my new videos come up. And if you don't find me here one day because I'm talking about stuff they don't like me talking about, you can find me on this channel. Great channel, free speech channel. Another channel that I love besides Twitter, or a social media channel, because again, more free speech than the others, and boy, you can't give me enough of that. Hey, don't forget, next week coming up is the Lakeland Collectorama Show in Lakeland, Florida. If you like gold, silver, and platinum bars, coins, or whatever, come meet a bunch of dealers that are going to be selling that stuff, including rare coins and collectibles and all kinds of cool stuff, as you can see here. Get your free tickets here at this website, thecollectoramashow.com. It's literally an hour drive from Tampa Airport, Orlando Airport, and from me it's about a 3.5 hour drive, but still worthwhile show to come see. It starts on Thursday for the public, Thursday, Friday, and it ends on Saturday around 3 p.m. I believe. All right, that's it, folks. Thanks for watching, and if you're looking to buy gold, silver, and platinum in any quantities from 1 ounce to millions of ounces, come by and see us at Commercial Rare Coins and Precious Metals. We're open 10 to 4 Mondays through Fridays. And if you live outside the state of Florida and you're looking to buy larger quantities, we can help you out as well if you don't have a good local dealer to do it for you. We advertise to beat Atmex, SD, JM Bullion, and the local guys down here as well. Hey, thanks again for watching. Have a great day, and shout out to all the Wall Street apes, which I'm trying to pull that channel up there, and to all my friends out in the LinkedIn world. Thanks again for watching, folks, and I will talk to you tomorrow. Bye now.